I mean, just having an opportunity at the end of the game and not coming through, getting the ball back with 4 minutes, and all you need is a field goal is a spot that we've been in a lot, and we've been able to do that. But obviously the first play, I tried to get a completion to Trav, but probably should just hang in there, and I think Hollywood would have opened up down the field. So just being better in that scenario. I mean, there's hit things here and there, but I think that's the biggest one. That's what you want. You want to get that opportunity at the end of the game, and we didn't. I didn't come through.
I'm kind of speaking of that already, but you guys have had such a knack for winning these close games for so long. Can you identify anything further than that that's the difference?
Just not making the plays, not making the throws at the right time, and like I said, I mean, I had Hollywood probably on that play, and that's the drive starter. And once you get a drive started like that, you kind of get the momentum on your side, and so. Staying true to my progressions and not just trusting the O-line that's really going to block and get the guy a chance down the field and let him go out there and make a play. I mean, obviously it's going to be tough to get back in the division race, but at the end of the day, all the goal is to get into the playoffs and try to make a run at it. And all you can focus on is next week. We got to learn from this one as much as possible. Knowing that we're going to get a great opponent coming into Arrowhead this next week, and we're kind of at that point where we got to find a way to win football games, and got to keep moving forward. That's what this league's all about.
Patrick, on that note, it is uncharted territory for you guys. What is the message out there?
Yeah, I mean, you got to let it. I mean, it sucks. Don't get me wrong. Like you got to feel that, but you got to be able to kind of use that energy to push it into the next week, into the rest of the season. And all you can focus on is the next game. You get another opportunity to go out there and prove yourself. And obviously, we've been losing these close games recently, but we've played some good football in spurts. It's just about being more consistent. And until we go out there and do it, all you can do is just keep saying you got to keep practicing and getting better and better, and push yourself to go out there and do it on game day. Yeah, I mean, the first one I just got to make the throw. There's no other way around it. The play was designed for Trav, and I think Trav's wide open, but you have these alerts on your plays, and how the safety was sitting with Xavier's speed, I knew that he was going to have a chance down the field. I just got to give him a chance, kind of like I did Taekwon later in the game. It's like you got to give guys chances. Missed that one, and you missed Taekwon on the sideline. And I mean, you learn from it, but at the same time, against a good defense like that, you're not going to have these opportunities all game long. And so when they're there, you got to hit them. And I would say it's a great job by Xavier getting open and getting himself there. I got to give him a chance to make a play downfield. Yeah, I mean, it's not always been just championships. We've dealt with adversity, and guys have learned and gotten better from it. I mean, obviously, this is something that we haven't dealt with so early in the season. But at the same time, I mean, I know what the guys I know the guys in that locker room and know how they're going to respond. And all we can do is stick together and push ourselves to be even better, and try to do what we can to win this next week.
Is that the sort of thing where you feel the need to say something specific to the guys that you beat today, or anything like that?
No, not necessarily. I mean, I think Coach Reid says it when he kind of talks to us at the end of games and stuff like that. And it's always about the next week. And like I said, you gotta feel it. I mean, it sucks losing this football game, and when you think you have a chance to win it, and you don't do that, and kind of get yourself behind. But at the end of the day, all you gotta do is find a way to get in. And we got a lot of games ahead of us, and we're gonna do our best to put ourselves in a position to go out there and play our best football each and every week. I think we're really talented. We got a lot of great players. It's just about being more consistent, and I think it starts with me. There's times where I'm firing and I'm throwing the ball and we're moving the ball down the field at ease, but at the same time, there's times where we go in spurts where I miss throw like I did, or a protection call, or whatever that is. And so it's just about being more consistent. That's what this league is, and we haven't been consistent enough to win football games, but it starts with me.
What do you see on the interception?
Yeah, I mean, I was rolling out to the right. I mean, you can't do it. But I thought I'll have to look on the film. I thought I had Elijah kind of down the sideline, and I was going to give him a chance, and I just didn't throw it high enough. At the end of the day, I got 29 to go to me because he was guarding him, and I didn't throw it high enough. He jumped up and made a good play. So, I mean, I've made that throw before, but at the same time, with the type of football game we're in, don't put the ball in harm's way. Take the 3 points and move on to the next possession. Yeah, it's just I just been in that situation before. It's like once you get that first down, I know it's cliche, but you do get the momentum on the drive, and you get the defense on their heels. And the fact that I didn't take that shot down on the first play, and then the second play we weren't able to get much going. So then the third play they kind of have where they can kind of lean forward and blitz and do stuff like that. Just knowing the situation, I've been in that situation before. So finding a way to get a completion, get that first down, put us in the driver's seat, and then push the envelope. But at the same time, I didn't find it there, and they came up with a good blitz on that third down. So they didn't give us much of give myself much of a chance.
Last two, Pat and Steve. Coach, I know it came in a loss, but Travis Hudson gave all kind of cheese touchdown earlier, I guess. What's that mean?
Yeah, I mean, he deserves it. I mean, the work that he puts in every single day. I mean, obviously, people watch the gameplay and like the game days and playing on the field and stuff like that. But he's a leader, man. He's someone that comes to work every single day and puts the time in. And so it just speaks to the person that he is, that he's able to go out there and break that record. And that was a great play and a big moment in the game. That's when he usually makes his big plays.
Last one, Steve. Matt, can you talk about how tough this Broncos defense is? How's your offensive line look?
So they did a great job, you know. That's a good defensive line on all 5 positions, and they have guys that come in, and so they did a great job. Caliendo hopping in there at one point and doing it and holding his own as well, and so I'll be good for them going forward. But at the same time, I got to utilize that and make those throws down the field whenever they do give me that time. So just about being more consistent for myself. But I thought they played a good football game today.
Thanks, Patrick. Thanks, Patrick.
All right. As far as the injuries go, really Kingsley was the only one that got hurt on the interception there. So hit his head on the turf. Listen, Denver played a good game and they got us today. On our side, I've got to make sure that we don't go 3 and out with those last couple offensive series. And then there were a variety of things that went on that we all contributed to. So throughout both sides of the ball and special teams, and there were some good things, you know. But when you're playing a good football team, and you got to cut back on your penalties for sure. Too many there, and then some of the other mistakes that we had. So we'll get that cleaned up, and we'll get ready for the Colts. Time's yours.
And what does those last couple
We needed to do better on them. You know, I could have given the guys better opportunity to do that.
Coach, coming out of the bye and having so many penalties, hoping to be crispy with the time off. Yeah. I mean, that's what you look for. I think everybody, that's probably an obvious one, right?
What led to some sellouts you think in the first half?
Yeah, well, listen, they're the number 1 defense in the National Football League, so we were fighting, and then we had some where we were going backwards and kind of self-inflicted things. So we've got to take care of that.
And how pivotal was that interception in the red zone? Just knowing you guys could have maybe gotten points, got the lead, started to control the game.
Yeah, we still had opportunities, so you don't want that, right? Pat didn't want it. I don't want it. I mean, that's not what you want, but it's there were other opportunities as we went, so we got to make sure we take care of that business. Go ahead.
The 3rd and 15 there on defense on the last sequence. What did you see?
Yeah, so he was able to get out containment there, and receiver worked to get himself open. We had a couple guys right around him there, so quarterback made a play, receiver made a play.
Took a couple downfield shots on the first series that looked like could have been there. Obviously, type 1 catches. Was that just the way the game unfolded? Was that something that you were seeing?
Yeah, I mean, we thought we had some opportunities down the field. Didn't work out, but I mean, percentages, you're going to take a few and lose a few of those, but we felt like it would come back and help us, and it did later on in the game.
The block extra point, too.
Yeah, they did a good job splitting us right there, and we've been pretty good in that area, and they got us on that one.
What do you think of Josh's return?
Yeah, I thought he did a good job for being off as long as he was, and then going against who he went against. Did a pretty good job there. Yeah.
One of the things this year is your guys' inability to win in one-score games. Is there sort of a message that you have for the guys, considering how good you guys are feeling?
Yeah, when you're playing good teams, whether it's myself making a call or the players playing, you've got to do the right things. Put the guys in the right position, and the guys got to make plays when given an opportunity. Both sides of the ball, special teams. That's what we're all in it together. All right.
For a franchise that has dominated the AFC West and earned a reputation as playoff heavyweights in the last several years, the Kansas City Chiefs are surprisingly finding new ways to lose this season. The Chiefs suffered one of their worst losses of the 2025 campaign in Sunday's 22-19 defeat to the Broncos, which caused Kansas City to fall to 5-5 with a long shot at clinching the division and a rocky road to a postseason berth. After being crowned division champs every year since 2016, the Chiefs find themselves in unfamiliar territory on the outside looking in at a competitive AFC playoff field. Not even Chiefs star Travis Kelce's historic touchdown could brighten the day, according to the man himself. Anyway, Kelce had a brief but curt exchange with media following Sunday afternoon's loss in which he respectfully declined to speak to reporters post-game, according to James Palmer. Kelce then gave a sad line about the Chiefs' current situation. "If you're going to ask me about the record, I could care less about that right now." Kelce was referring to his touchdown grab in the fourth quarter that broke the franchise's record for most touchdowns in team history. The 36-year-old reeled in his 84th career touchdown to give the Chiefs a late lead over the Broncos. He finished with a team-high 9 catches for 91 yards in the loss. Kelce seemed to make clear that his personal record took a firm backseat to the Chiefs' win-loss record, which is currently 5-5. This season marks the Chiefs' worst start since 15, when they also held a 5-5 record. Still, the 15 Chiefs were able to eke into the playoffs despite their offensive struggles and injuries, and there's a good chance Kansas City can get their Super Bowl contending season back on track as long as Kelce and Patrick Mahomes are on the field. Entering a pivotal winter stretch, Kansas City will take on the Colts and Cowboys to close out what has so far been a woeful November. Broncos coach Sean Payton said last November's 16-14 heartbreaker at Arrowhead Stadium galvanized his team, which went on a 5-2 run to reach the playoffs, and Lutz concurred. "If you look back at the last year and a half since that game, this team has come together and found ways to win close games." The Broncos, 9-2, all but buried the Chiefs, 5-5, in the AFC West, which Kansas City has won every year since 2016. Chiefs coach Andy Reid fell to 27-5 following a bye week, counting the playoffs and his time with Philadelphia. "We've just got a resilient team that believes we're going to win, and at the end of the game when it's close, that belief goes a long way," QB Bo Nix said after the Broncos improved to 7-2 in one-score games this season. Nick set up the game-winning kick with a 32-yard strike to Troy Franklin that got Denver to the Kansas City 15 with under a minute remaining. Patrick Mahomes gave Kansas City its only lead on a 21-yard touchdown toss to Travis Kelce, the veteran tight end's 84th career